For those of you who aren't familiar with Gainax, it's the studio that brought us what I like to refer to as the Holy Trinity of mecha anime. What you might not know is that before Evangelion and Gurren Lagann and Fooly Cooly, there was Royal Space Force, also known as Exceptional Juxtaposition with an Alternate Reality Space Race. Come to think of it, I like that subtitle better than whatever the heck the real one is. The Wings of Honnêamise. Yeah, no. But I digress. Juxtaposition. Putting two things next to each other for a sort of contrasting effect. Royal Space Force executes this beautifully. The film creates contrasts in almost every area imaginable. Science and religion, wealth and poverty, the young and the old. Furthermore, the show draws all these contrasts together in a superb final scene. It was amazing to see all these different threads come together like that. Of course, directly after this, before the credits mind you, the series kind of pulls in Evangelion for the last few minutes. If that doesn't make sense to you, good. Fortunately, it didn't throw me off too much since I was busy freaking out over how amazing the last scene was. My literary douchebag side gets pretty excited over things like juxtaposition. In addition to juxtaposition, I'd like to mention the film's animation, which, incidentally, was directed by one Hideki Anno. Royal Space Force is not a new movie by any standards. It was released in 1987. Despite, and perhaps because of that though, I found the art style quite refreshing. It looks somehow a bit old, which fits quite well with the film's overall atmosphere. I suppose some people might feel that it looks dated, but it didn't really bother me. The show's intricate backgrounds and slightly steampunk gadgetry also contributed to Royal Space Force's atmosphere. I especially liked the way that technology in Royal Space Force is alternately futuristic and dated, but never really far-fetched at any point in time. Just check out the Air Force's planes. They're still flying with propellers, and yet they look like spaceships and have this complex folding landing gear stuff. Also, check out the wonderful contrast the film creates between the bright sky above the clouds and the gray dreariness below. Last thing I've noted is the music. At times, I found myself thinking, dang, this is pretty groovy. And other times I found myself thinking, what am I even listening to right now? The ending credit song especially stuck out to me. I think that it sounds like what would happen if Depeche Mode made an anime soundtrack. Maybe. Personally, I like Depeche Mode, so that was a good thing. In a word, Royal Space Force is unique. I've never experienced an anime quite like this. I can't honestly figure out a way to use that classic "it's like this other anime but" trick for explanation. From the quirky music to the detailed art style to the masterful juxtaposition and ending, Royal Space Force is one of a kind. As a final note, I'm sure this anime isn't without flaws. There's probably plenty of things to nitpick and complain about, but the last time I literally did a fist pump during a conclusion was Kokoro Connect. Honestly, I think that Royal Space Force deserves a watch on account of its uniqueness, and besides, it's just a 2-hour movie. What do you have to lose?